When presenting your screen, perhaps as a screencast or as a screen share during a Teams meeting, it's sometimes helpful to be able to highlight your pointer. If people can see your pointer clearly, then it helps them to see exactly what you're clicking and where you click. Now, if you're using a dedicated screencasting application, the option to highlight your cursor is usually readily available. But for the rest of us, we tend to be stuck with the default Windows pointer, this nicely understated wee arrow that can get easily lost on a screen. However, there are ways to highlight your pointer without needing to install any of those pesky applications that always need some kind of administrator permission. The first option is to use some of the settings features built into the more recent versions of Windows. For Windows 8 or later, press the Windows key on your keyboard, or click once on the Windows icon in the bottom left of your screen. Now type pointer color, and Windows will find the settings to change the mouse pointer color. If you want to use the settings menu, you can find the same settings by going into Devices, selecting Mouse, then clicking on the small link to adjust mouse and cursor size. From this menu, you can use the small slider to adjust the size of the pointer, and then click on the small color icon to choose a new color for the pointer. You can either select one of these suggested colors, or click on the plus icon to choose any other color you want. Remember that the point of this is to make your pointer as visible as possible, so try and pick a color that offers the greatest contrast on the screen. If you've ever seen a screencast video, you often see that rather than the pointer having a color, there's a color surrounding the pointer. Now this does help to make the cursor more visible, because the white cursor in itself is in the center of a nicely contrasted background. It's possible to replicate this cursor effect without any new applications. To do this, I'm first going to go to a free website where I can choose and download alternative pointers. From here, I can navigate to the cursors and I'll search for highlight. As you can see, there are pages of options here, from the simple to the ridiculous. For the sake of accessibility, we'd not recommend something flashing or multicoloured. The best choice will be something that has a strong contrast and that will show up well against most backgrounds. I'm going to choose this nice gold cursor here. Click on Download and save the file to somewhere easy to access. For the next step, I need to access the pointer settings for my computer, and this is surprisingly easy. I can either click on the Windows icon key on my keyboard, or go to the Windows icon on my taskbar. If I start typing, Windows will immediately search for what I'm typing, so if I start typing pointer, my pointer settings will appear. From here, I can navigate to the Pointers tab, and then click Browse. Navigate to where you saved your cursor and click Open. Now click on Apply, and there it is, a nice and highlighted cursor. When you've finished presenting your screen and want to change back to the normal cursor, simply search again for your pointer settings, select the Pointers tab, and make sure your scheme is set to None. Choose the normal select cursor and click Apply.